This is Jeff's 1-minute demo for PlayPosit. Okay, so I'm going to bore you with a short clip of some actual instruction from one of my biology 100 laboratory videos, and then I'll follow that up with a sample question, basically a pause to um, interject some type of sample question. All right, here we go. Another thing that can happen with an alteration of temperature is if the enzyme is excessively cold. We're not necessarily, if it's too cold, we might be altering the protein shape, but it's probably not going to be altering the protein shape that much. Okay. The issue of when things get too chilly is that the rate of the interaction between the starch molecules, instead of the starch molecules moving relatively quickly, they're moving really fast. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for a starch to bump into the enzyme. If the starches are kind of like barely moving because the system has gotten really cold, then even though the enzyme is perfectly able to interact with the starch, it's not going to go out and look for the starch. It has to wait for the starch to bump into it. And if the starches aren't moving, we're not going to get a very high rate of interaction between the enzyme and the substrate. Okay? And so under conditions that are too cold, we expect the overall enzyme activity, the rate of conversion of starch into maltose, to slow down the reaction that is catalyzed by the enzyme. Okay. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Now, in the video immediately following such a question, if you have your questions planned out, you might actually have some discussion here about what the right answer was. That's the end of this demo.